For over 1 billion Muslims around the world, Eid is this huge, joyful time of year. But when I say the word Eid, which one actually pops into your head? A lot of people don't realize that there are two major and pretty distinct festivals in Islam. They get confused all the time. But trust me, each one has its own really deep meaning and unique traditions.
So that's what we're going to dive into. What is the real difference between these two celebrations? One is all about the big feast after a month of fasting, while the other is about remembering a powerful, historic sacrifice. Let's break it down.
Okay, at the most basic level, this is it. You've got Eid-ul-Fitr, the festival of breaking the fast, and then you have Eid-ul-Adha, the festival of the sacrifice. You can almost think of it as sweet versus savory. One is about celebrating the accomplishment of a huge spiritual journey, and the other honors an incredible act of faith. So first up, let's get into Eid al-Fitr. It's a celebration so connected with delicious treats that it's earned a very, very appropriate nickname. The name itself is the biggest clue, right? Eid al-Fitr literally translates to the festival of breaking the fast. It happens on the very first day of the month of Shawwal, which comes right after the holy month of Ramadan, that month-long period of fasting from sunrise to sunset.
But it goes deeper than that. Eid-ul-Fitr isn't just a big party because the fasting's finally over. It's really a spiritual celebration, a moment of pure gratitude, thanking God for giving everyone the strength and the willpower to get through one of the 5 pillars of Islam.
And this is where all the fun traditions come in. People affectionately call it Sweet Eid or Meethi Eid in places like South Asia because the food is all about sweet dishes. You'll see amazing things like sewaiyan, which is this vermicelli pudding, sheer khurma, baklava, you name it. It's also a time for everyone to put on their best new clothes, visit family and friends, and for kids, it's especially exciting because they often get gifts of money called Eid. Now, before any of that feasting can begin, there's this really crucial act of charity. It's called Zakat-ul-Fitr. It's a mandatory donation that every Muslim who is able to gives before the special Eid prayers. And the idea behind it is just beautiful. It's to make sure that even the poorest people in the community have what they need to celebrate the day with joy, just like everyone else. It's a real act of community.
All right, so now let's switch gears and talk about the second major celebration. We're going to see how its story creates a totally different, but just as important kind of festival, Eid al-Adha.
So Eid al-Adha is often called the Greater Eid, and that name alone tells you it's a pretty big deal. It happens about 70 days after Eid al-Fitr during the Islamic month of Dhul-Hijjah. And this is the same month when the annual Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca takes place. So it's a very significant time. This quote really gets to the heart of it. Unlike Eid al-Fitr, which is about celebrating a personal achievement, the whole vibe of Eid al-Adha is about sacrifice and complete submission to God's will. And the story behind it is just this powerful example of absolute faith. The story starts with Prophet Ibrahim. You might know him as Abraham from other traditions. He has a dream where God commands him to sacrifice the thing he loves most in the world, his son Ismail. And in this incredible test of faith, both Ibrahim and Ismail agree to follow God's command. But just as Ibrahim is about to make the sacrifice, God steps in, replacing his son with a ram. You see, the test wasn't about the act itself. It was about their complete willingness to obey. And that story brings us to the central ritual of Eid al-Adha, the Qurbani. To honor Prophet Ibrahim's incredible devotion, Muslims who can afford it will sacrifice an animal. This is so much more than a ritual. It's a symbolic act of being willing to give up something valuable for God. So if Eid al-Fitr was the sweet Eid, well, this one is often called the salty Eid. The food focus flips completely. All the meals revolve around delicious, savory meat dishes from the Qurbani. We're talking incredible biryanis, all kinds of kebabs, and rich stews like halim and korma. The food is a direct result of that central act of sacrifice. But here's the best part. The meat isn't just for the family that made the sacrifice. There's this amazing rule for how it's shared. It's divided into 3 equal parts. 1/3 is for the family to keep, 1/3 is for sharing with friends and relatives, and a crucial 1/3 is given away to the poor and needy. It ensures that everyone in the community gets to have a great meal. So, okay, the stories and the traditions are obviously very different, right? But if you look a little closer, you start to see these really powerful values that connect both festivals. Let's see how they tie together. And here it is, the big connection. Both Eids have a required act of charity right at their core. For Eid-ul-Fitr, it's that monetary donation, Zakat-ul-Fitr. And for Eid-ul-Adha, it's the direct sharing of food, the Qurbani meat. So they're two different ways of giving, but with the exact same goal, making sure that everyone, no matter their circumstances, can share in the celebration. So here's a quick summary all on one screen. You've got the lesser or sweet Eid that celebrates finishing Ramadan, and the greater or salty Eid that honors an incredible sacrifice. The reasons, the rituals, even the slavers are totally different, but that core spirit of community and celebration, it's exactly the same. When you boil it all down, despite their different origins, both of these Eids are built on the exact same foundations. You have special community prayers, big feasts with family and friends, those mandatory acts of charity we talked about, practicing gratitude, and most importantly, just bringing the whole community together. So while one celebrates a personal journey of discipline and the other a historic act of faith, they both reinforce these same amazing values. It kind of leaves you with one last thing to think about. Beyond all the delicious food and the fun festivities, how do these ancient traditions of looking out for each other continue to shape and strengthen a global community of over 1 billion people today?